sisters. There we go. I think the ancestors got us back. Let's see if there they go. We back. Let's continue. Sorry, Instagram. The National Security Agency shut us down for a minute, but we back. So when I mentioned uranium and nuclear weapons. So brothers and sisters, we have to build nuclear weapons. The reason we have to build nuclear weapons is because the nuclear weapon has the ability to destroy all of humanity. We do not want to destroy any of humanity. We don't want to destroy white people. We don't want to destroy Chinese. We do not want to destroy nobody. The reason we got to have a nuclear weapon is so they cannot destroy us. Listen to me carefully, brothers and sisters. Listen to me carefully. Does anybody remember the Cuban-Russian missile crisis? Does anybody remember the Cuban-Russia missile crisis? America went crazy because Russia was going to help Cuba develop an atomic weapon. The reason America could not afford for Russia to help Cuba develop a nuclear weapon is that would have made it impossible for America to invade Cuba. Because once you release a nuclear weapon, and America is the only country to ever drop a nuclear weapon on somebody. They did it on Japan. Once you release the nuclear weapon, you cannot contain the area that it destroys. When I was in Japan, I was told that the area where the nuclear bombs were dropped, nothing grows there to this very day. The air isn't breathable there to this very day. Nuclear destruction is total destruction. So the reason Africa needs a nuclear weapon is so America can never destroy us. Russia can never destroy us. China can never destroy us. So we're going to go to Niger and get the uranium and get our black scientists from all over the world. We want black scientists from the Caribbean, black scientists from America, black scientists from Asia, from Europe, from Canada, from Australia, from the South Pacific, from Central and South America, and of course from Mother Africa. And we're going to come up with atomic weapons to defend African people, brothers and sisters. Atomic weapons to defend African people. We're not done. We're going to go to Malawi. Malawi is a leading producer of spices. You saw how we spend, I think it was $151 million every year on spices, did I say? Over $150 million a year, something like that. 120, it was over 100 if I remember correctly. Let me double check. $430 million a year Black America spends on spices. Guess what? Malawi is one of the leading spice growers in the world. So we're going to get all our spices from Malawi, cut that 420 into 210 and give that to Malawi to build their hospitals and build their schools and build their supermarkets and build their factories and build their homes and hope uplift the general standard of living for all Africans in the world. I don't win unless we all win. Black America don't win unless Africa win. Africa can't win unless the Black Australia win. Black Australia can't win unless the Black Caribbean wins. Black Caribbean can't win until Central and South American Africans win. We're going to get our spices from Malawi. Malawi is also tea. Malawi is one of the leading tea producers. So if you don't want the coffee, if you don't want the cocoa, we got the tea from Malawi. Me personally, I don't do coffee, I do tea. So we're going to get all our tea from Malawi. Malawi is also a world leader in macadamia nuts. Macadamia nuts. Why are macadamia nuts important? Because macadamia nuts help reverse diabetes, heart disease, and they can help you with your weight loss. I'm going to say it again. We need the macadamia nuts from Malawi because Black America has a diabetic problem. So we will import the macadamia nuts from Malawi, and that will help us with our diabetics and our heart disease people. That will help us with our diabetics and our heart disease people. They also have uranium in Malawi. So we got uranium from Niger. We got uranium from Malawi, and Malawi also produces clothing. So Malawi can help with the fashion designing Central African Republic and Malawi. So for all those young brothers and sisters, remember, 53% of all of Black America is under the age of 35. 53% of all of Black America is under the age of 35. So we will send the young clothing designers to the Central African Republic and to Malawi to design the clothing that our people like to wear. We can change this. We can transform this. We do not have to be on the bottom. God did not create us to be the laughing stock of the world. We just got to get serious and we got to get organized. Marcus Garvey said, the most honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey said that if we could get to know ourselves today, we would have a new Africa tomorrow. He said if we could get to know ourselves today, we could have a new reality in 24 hours. Marcus Messiah Garvey, His Excellency, said that if we could get to know who we really are, we can come from the bottom and go to the top overnight. Let's continue. We got 3 more countries. Mozambique. Who like fish? Because I love fish. Who like to eat fish? I love sea bass. I love salmon. I love whiting. I love catfish. Well, guess who's one of the world's leading producers of fish? Mozambique. We're going to import all our fish from Mozambique. We ain't buying no more fish from nobody else. It's going to go to Mozambique, brothers and sisters. We're going to get our fish there. They have cotton there for more clothing. They have cashews. I love cashews. Cashews are my favorite. The cashews and pecans, my favorite nuts. So we're going to get our cashews from there. Mozambique, also citrus, oranges, lemons, grapefruits. Very important to the health. Oranges, lemons, grapefruit. We're going to get all of our citrus from Mozambique. And guess what else Mozambique produces? Guess what else Mozambique produces? Guess what else Mozambique produces? Mozambique produces aluminum. Aluminum. Did you know most iPhones and MacBooks, Apple products? Did you know that most Apple products use aluminum? And the reason people like aluminum is because it's lightweight, is very attractive looking, it's a bright, shiny metal, and it's easy to mold and shape. It's lightweight, it's attractive looking, and it's easy to mold and shape. So if we're going to create our own cell phone company, and we must, if we're going to create our own cell phone company, and we must, if we're going to create our own cell phone company, and we must, we have to get the aluminum from Mozambique. Then we're going to go to Eritrea, our East African brothers and sisters. Eritrea, and we're going to get the zinc ore. Why do we need zinc ore? Why do we need the zinc ore from Eritrea, brothers and sisters? Why do we need the zinc ore from Eritrea? Because zinc ore is one of those elements that you need in a lot of little things that are very important in order to run a nation and take care of people. You need zinc ore for paint. You need zinc ore for plastic. You need zinc ore for soap. You need zinc ore for cosmetics. You need zinc ore for ink. You need zinc ore for batteries. You need zinc ore for pharmaceuticals. Zinc ore is one of the most important elements you need for a lot of the little things you need in order to run a nation and take care of people. And guess what else Eritrea has? Pepper. Pepper. Some of us like to put pepper on our food, right? Pepper is also good for the body in certain amounts. We're going to get the pepper from Eritrea. And guess what else Eritrea has? Gold. Gold. The metal of the Leo. So if you want to bling bling, we got the gold and we got the diamonds. You want to bling bling, we got the gold and we got the diamonds. And last but not least, South Sudan. South Sudan is one of the leading exporters of food crops: cassava, mangoes, papaya, sweet potato, millet, sugarcane, and sorghum. Now, sorghum and millet are important because they are staples like oatmeal. They keep the body healthy. They are high in fiber, very important to the body. Fiber and health. Sorghum and millet. South Sudan they're the leading producers of that, one of the leading producers. They have all the fruits we want, all the vegetables we want. South Sudan will be one of our major food producers. And once we deal with the 10 poorest countries in Africa, by the time we're done, there'll be the 10 richest countries in the world. By the time we're done, there'll be the 10 richest countries in the world. And then we can go to South Africa and get in on them gems and precious metals. Then we go to the Congo and get some more oil and coltan. We go to Ghana and get some oil, gold, cocoa, coconuts out of Ghana. I love coconuts now. Okay. Ethiopia, we're going to get some of those live animals and coffee. Tanzania, gold and coffee. Senegal, more fish. Nigeria, gas and oil. Madagascar, vanilla. Madagascar is the island nation that you always see to the side of Africa, but it is still an African country. It is the world's leading producer of vanilla. Y'all always see me at the Drop Squad Kitchen in Delaware. Shout out to Abundance Child, Drop Squad Kitchen. I love that Obatala shake she makes. She makes it with all natural vanilla. Madagascar is the leading producer of vanilla in the world. In the Madagascar vanilla industry is dominated by the Chinese. The Madagascar vanilla industry is dominated by the Chinese. The Madagascar vanilla industry is dominated by the Chinese. So we have to go over there and take over the vanilla. We don't need McDonald's milkshake because that's not real vanilla. We don't need Burger King milkshake or the Smoothie King milkshake. That's not real vanilla. We're going to give people the real milkshake, and we'll be the number one milkshake company in the world. Brothers and sisters, we can save the whole race. Why do we got to be selfish and think about ourselves? We can save the whole race. Why do we got to be selfish and think about ourselves? There's nothing more dysfunctional, inaccurate, and untrue than when I hear black people say we should just focus on ourselves. You're dead wrong. You're dead wrong. Land is the basis of nation. And even when we reclaim the land of America, nothing is going to stop our enemies from burning us down like they did Tulsa, Oklahoma. Nothing is going to stop our enemies from burning us down like they did Rosewood, Florida. Nothing is going to stop our enemies from burning us down like they did Wilmington, North Carolina. And when they do that, we can say, you know what? We've done as much as we could here. It's time to go back home. And Africa will open us with open arms as the brothers and sisters we are, because we help to rebuild her. Central and South America will open their arms to us like the brothers and sisters we are, because we help to rebuild them. The Caribbean islands in Australia and the South Pacific Islands will open up their arms to us because we help to rebuild them. It is all for one. It is one for all. Leave these other ideologies alone. They're not leading you nowhere. They don't do nothing but talk and push religion. It is Garvey time now, brothers and sisters. It is Garvey time now, and I'm leading the way. Last but not least. Last but not least. We have to plan for the future. So all that we acquire as a result of the reparations settlement, half of all of it will go into a financial trust. Do you understand? So that generations upon generations will be able to live off of the wealth that we have built for them. We are not spending all of this on us. We have to plan for generations of African children who have not been born yet. We are not going to be greedy. We are not going to be greedy. We are not going to be greedy. We are going to plan for generations of African children who have not yet even been born yet, brothers and sisters. With that being said, I want to pull out my copy of The Philosophy and Opinions of the Most Honorable Marcus Garvey. And before we close tonight, because I don't think I have enough in me to do the relationship piece tonight, and you guys are tired, so we'll do it tomorrow or the following day, New Year's. I want to just give you a couple quotes from His Excellency, the Most Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey. Before I read these quotes, if you like what you heard tonight, and I wonder which one was better, part one last night or part two tonight? Which one was better, part one last night or part two tonight? Probably tonight, because tonight I gave you the solutions. Yesterday I gave you an assessment of the problem. Tonight I gave you the solutions. Last night I gave you an assessment of the problem. Tonight I gave you the solutions. You need both of them. Thank you, Sister Ty Johnson. She said both of them. Thank you. Don't worry, Octavia. You will get the second half of the relationships piece, but make sure you go and watch the first half. If you like what you heard tonight, please make a donation to our school, your school, the People's School. We need your help. We don't have enough money to finish the renovations. We need your help. Get on your Cash App right now. If you like what you heard tonight, get on your Cash App right now and send something. I don't care if it's $1. Send something to $FDMG School. Send something to $FDMG School. We're trying to build for our people. $FDMG School on the Cash App, or go to your PayPal. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy, or $FDMG School on the Cash App. $FDMG School on the Cash App. Or mail in your donation, P.O. Box 9634, Wilmington, Delaware. P.O. Box 9634, Wilmington, Delaware, 19809. If you want to make a personal contribution to me, Dr. Umar Johnson. Personal contribution to me, Dr. Umar Johnson. But give to the school first. Give to the school first. The school always comes first. Rochester, New York, Saturday, Allah's Kitchen, 2 to 8, free. Buffalo, New York, Alfonso Raphael Green Jr. Center, Sunday, January the 3rd, 2 to 8. Goose Creek, South Carolina, Diamond Cuts Barbers Lounge, Friday, January the 15th, 2 to 8. Macon, Georgia, Homeland Cultural Village Center, 2 to 8, Saturday, January 16th. Brooklyn, New York, Tuesday, January 12th. Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad, 72nd birthday anniversary. 7th annual Dr. Umar Africa trip to Kenya is coming up. 2nd annual Black College and Consciousness Tour is coming up. Black Parent Boot Camp trainings will return. 1st annual Conscious Singles Convention. 1st annual Conscious Couples Convention. But most of all, we have to finish the Most Honorable Marcus Garvey Elementary School and the Nat Turner Jean Jacques Dessalines Gymnasium. First of all, we must finish the Most Honorable Marcus Garvey Elementary School and the Jean Jacques Dessalines Nat Turner Gymnasium. We want to have a grand opening this summer. The 1st annual Unapologetically African Family First Festival on Ifatunde Avenue. 1st annual Unapologetically African Family First Festival on Ifatunde Avenue. I want to release my For Sisters Only book, and we want to release the shockumentary, America's Psychoacademic War Against Black Boys, the shockumentary, to be shown inside the Nat Turner Jean Jacques Dessalines Gymnasium. Brothers and sisters, 8/21/21 is the target. Help us meet the goal. 8/21/21 is the target. Help us meet the goal. I want to leave you with a few quotes from the greatest black organizer of all time, the greatest black leader of the 20th century, the greatest Pan-Africanist ever. Mr. Garvey said, "Point me to a weak nation, and I will show you a people oppressed, abused, taken advantage of by others. Show me a weak race, and I will show you a people reduced to serfdom, peonage, and slavery. Show me a well-organized nation, and I will show you a people and a nation respected by the world." I'm going to read that again. I'm going to read that again. These are the words of the most honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey, the one leader from whom every black nationalist group from 1920 on copied and borrowed from, but did not give him credit. He said, show me a weak race, and I will show you a people reduced to serfdom, peonage, and slavery. Show me a well-organized nation, and I will show you a people and a nation respected by the world. Garvey said, all of us may not live to see the higher accomplishment of an African empire, so strong and powerful as to compel the respect of mankind, but we in our lifetime can so work and act as to make the dream a possibility within another generation. Did you hear that? Garvey said, we may not see it. You and I may not see it. I'm 40. I may not see it. You might not see it. But we must do what we can do in our day so our children can make it a reality. Garvey said, propaganda has done more to defeat the good intentions of races and nations than even open warfare. Propaganda is a method or medium used by organized people to convert others against their will. We of the African race are suffering more than any other race in the world from propaganda, a propaganda to destroy our hopes, our ambitions, and our confidence in ourselves. Garvey said, the strong race has always reduced the weak to slavery. It has been so in ages past, and it is now in certain parts of the world and will be so until the end of time. He said the powers opposed to African progress will not be influenced in the slightest by mere verbal protest. Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? Garvey said the powers opposed to African progress will not be influenced in the slightest by mere verbal protests. They realize only too well that protests of this kind contain nothing but the breath expended in making them. Did you hear that? Garvey said the only thing you're doing is wasting your breath by asking and demanding. You have to build and make. And for the snow bunny crisis, this is what Mr. Garvey has to say about the snow bunny crisis. He says, some of the men of the African race aggravate the race question because they force the white man to conclude that to educate a black man, to give him opportunity, is to but fit him to be a competitor for the hand of the white woman. Not all black men are willing to commit race suicide. Not all black men, says Garvey, are willing to commit race suicide and to abhor their race for the companionship of another. Garvey says, the men of the highest morals, highest character, and noblest pride are to be found among the masses of the Negro race who love their women with as much devotion as white men love theirs. Did you hear that? We love our women with as much devotion as the white man loved their. Black woman, I love you. I care for you. I will die for you. There is no woman who can have my heart, my mind, other than a black queen. And I mean that. Garvey said, prejudice of the white race against the black race is not so much because of color as of condition, because as a race to them, we have accomplished nothing. We have built no nation, no government, because we are dependent for our economic and political existence upon whites. We are dependent for our economic and political existence upon whites. Garvey said, you can never curb the prejudice of you can never curb the prejudice of the one race or nation against the other by law. So for all my legal junkies, I hope you're paying attention. Okay? My Moorish brothers, I love you, but I hope you're listening. You can never curb the prejudice of one race against the other by law. It must be regulated by one's own feeling, one's own will. And if one's feeling and will rebel against you, no law in the world can stop it. Garvey said, prejudice can be actuated by different reasons. Sometimes the reason is economic and sometimes political. You can only obstruct it by progress and force. Garvey said, before you can have a government, you must have the people. Without the people, there can be no government. The government of African people must be an expression of the will of the people. Garvey said, power is the only argument that satisfies man. Garvey said, as I leave you, without confidence in yourself, you are twice defeated in the race of life. Without confidence in yourself, you are twice defeated in the race of life. But with confidence, you have won even before you have started. Brothers and sisters, if you want to join the Dr. Papa podcast and get more seminars like this, I'm only doing this for Kwanzaa. I don't do them anymore because I have a podcast. I'm only doing this for Kwanzaa. I don't do them anymore because I have a podcast. If you want to join the Dr. Papa podcast, the link is in my Instagram bio, Facebook bio, and Twitter bio. If you want to join the For Sisters Only podcast, the link is in my Instagram bio, Facebook bio, and Twitter bio. If you're not on social network, you can text me and I will text you the link to sign up for the Dr. Papa podcast or the For Sisters Only podcast. It's $9.99 per month auto bill. You're getting this for free because it's Kwanzaa. But we have programs to build and we need your support. So you must pay for the podcast, the political Dr. Papa podcast or the For Sisters Only podcast. And on that note, I just want to say I thank God for giving me the motivation to do these Kwanzaa seminars. I think these are some of my best work, and I have some great work out there. I think these might be some of my best. I got some good ones out there. Me and the Irritated Genie, good brother down in D.C. in my early days after 2010, we done some of the best interviews I ever did. My Breakfast Club interviews, the most viewed conscious interviews of anybody living. The only one who succeeded me in that is Baba Dick Gregory, my good friend, who's now an ancestor. Those are some classic interviews. I've done some great interviews, but these Kwanzaa seminars have something special to them. These 5 Kwanzaa, something came out of me these 5 nights, brothers and sisters. I hit y'all with some jewels that I didn't even know that I had inside my soul. So I hope y'all take these. I hope y'all save them. Take them off the internet. Get them off of Facebook before they take them down. Record them. Put them somewhere. So when I say who got all my Kwanzaa 2020 seminars, you can send them right to me and I can put them all together, brothers and sisters. I can do a whole study guide off of these, and we still got 2 more to go. God willing and ancestor supporting, we got 2 more to go. If you have any idea on what the last 2 seminars of Kwanzaa should be, if you have any idea on what the last 2 seminars of Kwanzaa should be, text me your ideas. Let me know what you thought about the seminar tonight. Donate to the school, brothers and sisters. Sign up for the podcast. Let's do this. Go to drumarjohnson.com and join the Loyal Donors Club. Join the Loyal Donors Club. $50 bronze, $100 silver, $250 gold, $500 platinum, 500 platinum, 1,000 diamond. That money don't come to me. That money goes to the school. I don't even see it. The money goes to the school. Support us, brothers and sisters. If you can't join the Loyal Donors, hit that Cash App every time you get paid. Some of y'all just got y'all $600 stimulus check. Some of y'all just got y'all $600 stimulus check. Give us half of that stimulus check. You can write off $300 on your tax return this year without having to itemize it as a donation. You can write off $300 on your tax return this year, and you don't have to itemize it as a donation. 215-989-9858. This is your humble servant, the Prince of Pan-Africanism. Happy New Year's Eve, and I will see you all tomorrow. We might bring in New Year's together. Peace and Black Power.